Jeopardy!
This longtime anchor of the CBS Evening News became a UPI correspondent in 1939. Carl.
Who's Walter Cronkite?
Correct.
Alphabet 4.
CBS. Christopher.
What is Columbia Broadcasting System?
Correct.
Everything's coming up roses for 200.
Trained as a lawyer, he's been hosting a late-night PBS interview show since September of 1991. James.
Who is Charlie Rose?
Correct.
I knew the answer to that one. The answer is he's the Emmy Award-winning host of TV's top quiz show, seen by 25 million viewers every week.
This is really too easy. Who is Alex Trebek? He's here in New York to receive the prestigious Peabody Award today for Jeopardy. Welcome.
Thank you.
And congratulations. That doesn't get any better than that.
No, well, you know, we've won so many Emmys, more Emmys than any other quiz or game show on television, and yet there seems to be more excitement about the Peabody. I did not realize how prestigious it is.
It's the word prestigious, Alex.
But there are 33 others receiving the Peabody Award today also. So I haven't gotten too excited about it yet, but I will later.
I know you've been asked this before, but is there anything that you can tell us about the people who do really well on Jeopardy?
People who read a great deal tend to do better than others. Lawyers, teachers, and students tend to do well, again, because they read a great deal.
And journalists?
Journalists also, we discovered that, of course, in our Power Players tournament in Washington last week.
Right.
But people who are used to thinking on their feet have to come back with correct responses to people who quiz them.
The only thing I would add to that would seem to me people who have watched the game and understand the game. You get the rhythm of what Jeopardy is about.
There is definitely a rhythm, and a lot of people worry about that signaling device, and I tell them, don't worry. As soon as you come up with a correct response, you gain in confidence. If you get the next correct response in that category, you own that category.
Yes,
and
I
the
see
other
that.
people, your two opponents, suddenly back off a little and say, oh, darn.
I'm going to let them have that category.
That's his category, yeah.
You know, Alex, after watching you for years and years, I think the assumption is that you're a very smart guy because you seem to play. Yep. That you're a very smart guy. I've heard you say. I've heard you say that you would never play the game, and I'm wondering, were you a smart student? Are you a really smart guy?
Well, I used to be, but as the years went by, and unfortunately for me, my two children discovered some of my old, not diplomas, but school results.
Oh, your report cards.
Report cards.
Yeah.
And as the years went on through college, my grades kept going down. I was just too tired. I was working to pay for my college education.
That's how it started.
And I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be in school. And I needed the job. And, you know, tuition in those days was $500 a year for a college education. Now, that doesn't get you anything.
You have said you'd like to host a political debate.
I would. I have mentioned that in the past.
Mentioned it, yes.
Because, and the danger of mentioning something. I've been in broadcasting for 50 years, hosted Jeopardy for 28 years. A reporter asked me, have you ever thought about retiring? And I mentioned, yes, I've thought about it. Well, all of a sudden, everybody's out there saying, Trebek is retiring, Trebek is retiring.
Right.
Well, since you put it out there that you're interested, any takers? Has anybody called you up and say, hey, Alex, let's talk about that?
No, but I wish they would. I suspect I have to make a very big cash donation to a certain organization who's in charge.
Why would you want to do it? Why would you want to do that?
Because what bothers me about some of the political debates that I have seen that are hosted by people in the news, reporters, commentators, is that it's all so predictable. The contestants, the candidates know where you're going. I want somebody from left field to come in and say, hey, you know, what's your vision for America? Nobody talks about that anymore. They just say, well, I want to lower taxes. I want to do this. I want to do, well, yeah, but what kind of a society do we really want in this country? Is this a capitalist society? Well, I don't think so. We have a lot of socialist programs that are going on. So what do you see in our future? And I would hope that somebody, they get the man off the street. And some of the debates in the Republican primaries were doing that. They would get people sending in tweets asking from all over the country, you know, the ordinary man.
Why do people watch Jeopardy? Who are they?
I think everybody watches Jeopardy. all kinds of people, because Americans are very competitive.
Yes.
They want to know how they compare to the bright contestants we have on the program. And they can play in the safety of their homes. There's no danger for you. If you miss something, who knows? Well, Gail knows, because she was sitting next to me when we were playing. But that's all. I'm not embarrassing
and
myself.
Also, you learn something.
Well, yeah, you'll learn a lot of trivia, and that won't do you any good in life. But you will, I hope, be curious to explore some categories that have come up on the program. I didn't know that. We were talking during the commercial break about the new film about Ernest Hemingway.
Right.
I didn't know that he was involved with that
Martha
woman.
Gellhorn.
Yeah. And so I'm curious about that. I'm going to do some reading.
Alex,
All
you
because of a title.
I just want to find out if you're okay. You were a national story after someone broke into your hotel room.
Yeah.
And you chased. We learned you slept with underwear or you didn't. But is everything okay?
I slept with a T-shirt that
So,
night.
yes. Is everything all right?
Everything's all right.
It's a very scary
the
thing.
pain
Thank
hasn't
you,
gone
Alec.
away
Thank
from
you
me.
very much.